Hi, informed consent community. I want to go over the Henry Ford Clinic study that was not actually published because Dr. Zervos and the Henry Ford Clinic both said we don't want to publish this. I want to go over the study itself and what they found. In fact, some of the information is a little mixed with what I thought it would say, and it's not as controversial as I thought it would be. But it's interesting that Dr. Zervos does not want to publish it because in some ways it shows that, see, vaccines don't cause this problem, whatever it is. But then in other ways, it shows that vaccines do cause other problems. So let's dive in. This was done in the Henry Ford Health System in Michigan. And what they did is they looked at more than almost 18,500 children between 2000 and 2016. So year 2000 to year 2016. And they literally said, if you were exposed to a vaccine of any type, just one or 30 plus, it doesn't matter. If you got any vaccine in that time frame, you were considered exposed or vaccinated, even if it was just one. And then any child who had zero vaccines, never exposed at all, were unexposed. So of the 18,500 children involved in this study, 16,500 of them were exposed at some point. They had one or more vaccines. That leaves 2,000 more children, right around, that were never exposed to any vaccine at all. So they looked at the health of these kiddos compared to the health of the vaccinated kiddos. Again, any level of vaccine, completely unvaccinated or any level of vaccinated. They just wanted to see, did any vaccines affect chronic health? And what they found was extremely interesting. So they found that exposure to the vaccination was independently associated with an increased risk of asthma, autoimmune disorders, atopic disease, which is like eczema, asthma, allergies, allergic rhinitis, that's kind of all under one umbrella, and eczema, and neurodevelopmental disorders. All of those were significantly increased. In fact, overall chronic health had worse outcomes in the vaccinated group by about 2.5-fold. There are some limitations. It's a retrospective study, which means it's looking back in time to see what vaccines they got and what diseases they were diagnosed with. But that's the plight of all vaccine studies right now. Once a vaccine is approved, we are now limited to only retrospective data.